Okay, welcome guys, and we live. Hi Dan, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, I'm fine. So let me just let these guys know that there's 5 minutes to go, and we go from here.
Very excited to get this race underway. Race 2 of this season of the championship. Around Interlagos, very exciting. A brilliant track in my opinion, always loved racing around Interlagos. And I think it will bring some exciting racing for us today.
Do you like this track? It's on your top 10 of the...
Oh, it's definitely on my top 10. It's definitely not my favourite because I do struggle with the twisty section in the middle. But the Centre S, in my opinion, is some of the best corners that you can ever drive. When you nail the Centre S, there is nothing better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's that kind of track, isn't it? Really fast sometimes, sometimes not really. You need to be really on the right spot to get, you know, the right speed in and out of the bend. I like it, but yes, as you said, yeah, sometimes can be a bit tricky.
Definitely got to keep in the right flow. It's definitely a difficult track to keep on the track the entire time, with a few places you can go off, such as turn 4. Turn 4 are definitely a place people go off quite a lot, in fact, as well as turn 1. Hopefully not too much chaos at the beginning of this race, but you never know with a Gran Turismo Sport race. Anything can happen at these starts.
Yeah. Dan, I'm just going to show a little bit how the qualification is for the pilots and the teams.
Sounds good.
This is the standings. This is where we are now, with Edu Tegos in first, Miguel Sa in second, and Ruben Sa, also known as CRX or CRX, in third, and Alan in fourth. They are color teamed by teams, but we will show also how the teams are doing. So, first place is Team TNT. I think it's a team with Edu Tegos and Gilles. Edu Tegos will be not racing today, but well, it's how things go. So they had other things to do. RI's team is in second place. Is Miguel or Mianco Massa team, and really fast. We can go back to this really later on if we have some time. Third team is CRX team. Well, and that's it. Really fast, because there's not a lot of time left in the quali. We just check. Okay, I'm gonna let them know there's only 3 minutes to go.
Sounds good. So 3 minutes left till we get this race underway. So far, as you said, Gilles, his team with a commanding lead in first place. Will anyone else be able to challenge him this round? Hopefully so. We do love a nice close championship. But so far, Gilles with a commanding pole position. Hopefully someone can challenge him in the last 3 minutes of this.
Yeah, I can see Mianco Massa second, but 0.8 of a second almost away. And CRX very close to Mianco Massa. It's been more or less how things been going in the first race. This is the 3 fastest pilots, and also Edu Tegos that it's not here today. But you never know. João Paulo Souza is, I believe, CRX teammate. I'm pretty sure they have a good team tactic for today. Let's see what the race will bring us.
Certainly looks like it's going to be an exciting one. Very close racers all the way through. People with similar pace, and as we saw in previous races, some very talented fighters.
And I keep remembering them that I need to be out.
It's definitely, yep, 2 minutes left to go. Exciting times. So what predictions do you have for this race? What do you think is going to be happening maybe in the first corner?
Say that they know the track, they know that it can get tricky. We also, well, they also talk about, you know, taking the time, not go crazy on the first lap as it happened in the first race in Monza. So I think they will behave, but you never know.
Well, Monza notoriously a very difficult track when it comes to the first few corners, purely because of how fast you're going into it and how slow you are when you're actually arriving at the corner. This track, not to the same extent you're slowing down, but you are still slowing down quite a bit. It is a bit more than a 90-degree corner. But as you say, should be all under control from the drivers we have today.
Because I think it's that intention, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna make this place. I'm gonna brake late and let's see if I can get it. But we've been seeing these races are being very tactical. So you know, sometimes just rushing and risk you know, something and actually just ruin your race and someone else is, I don't think it's the best thing. But you know, the adrenaline sometimes makes you do crazy things.
Well, as you know, you can't win the race at the first corner, but you can lose it.
Yeah.
But
Agree.
Hopefully no one does that today. We did see a bit of a mess at the first corner at Monza. I believe we had someone facing the complete wrong direction at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully... Oh no, I don't think that'll be happening again. The nature of Monza is that it happens quite a lot, but Interlagos, not so much. You've got a much wider track. I think it'll be fine round here.
I think it's about time.
I do believe we are coming to the end of quali.
Yeah, should be done now.
I guess we'll be starting soon. Very exciting. But I am expecting good things from this first lap. Well, first lap is always the heat of the excitement. It's when the racing is at its finest, because everyone's just so bunched up together. You've really got to be extremely aware throughout the entirety of the lap and try to make up positions, but also try not to throw yourself into a wall.
But at the same time, the tires normally are a little bit cold, and you know, you don't really know how the car is going to behave. We'll see.
Well, especially as right now everyone's running low fuel during their qualifying runs as well, and as soon as the race gets started, immediately they're going to have 100% fuel again, and the car's going to feel a lot heavier. Hopefully they take that into consideration when they're braking going into turn one, otherwise it could get quite messy.
I think the race director is just checking if everything is okay. I think one of the guys dropped from the lobby a little bit before the qualifier
is that
finish.
Everton Ryan?
Yeah, I think it's the guy that's coming in place of Interlagos.
Interlagos actually is in the pits, right?
But I don't think he's gonna race.
Well, hopefully, if he's not racing,
No.
hopefully he jumps out of the pits then, otherwise he will be on the starting grid. it could make things a bit more interesting. Tigos starting in last and having to make his way all the way back up through the field, but I genuinely have no idea what's happening.
I think probably they trying to see if Jill companion for the race will join or not.
Yeah,
it's always nicer when you have more people running, and well, and with that it just started the final. Okay.
Well, I guess we're getting straight into it, and I guess Tigos is racing indeed today. That's certainly going to throw a spanner in the works. We'll see what happens with Tigos. It'll definitely make things a bit more interesting with him fighting his way through from the back of the field. But we'll have to see what happens now.
Or maybe the other, you know, the guy that comes to cover Tigos is actually using his PSN login. I don't know.
Oh, that could be the case.
The mystery.
But we'll have to see as the cars start rolling away. Everyone currently just on the limiter right now, waiting for the lights to go out. And they're underway. With it being a rolling start, everyone's pretty spread out off of the start, thankfully, so there shouldn't be any dive bombs or anything going into turn one, and everyone should be getting through there relatively cleanly. But in first place, currently we've got Joao. Second place, CRX, definitely challenging early on, right on the back of Giles, possibly looking for a move already.
He's not waiting, is he?
Definitely not, with Giles having to go straight into the middle of the track to try and defend.
I guess CRX knows that Giles is fast. He's been fast in the qualify, and he's saying, well, if I can pass you, I maybe make this race a little bit more interesting.
Oh, definitely. As we have a bit of contact, Kitty and J. Paolo having a bit of an instant there. I think Kitty just clipped the rear of J. Paolo going into the first of the hairpins. But currently looking first place fight. CRX definitely challenging Giles a little bit, but yeah, as you just saw, a bit of an instant there, but Kitty has let J. Paolo carry on. Very unfortunate.
A little touch on the inside, but they were able to proceed.
Yes, it may have shoved J. Paolo off into the grass a little bit, but they're both back on track now, and both okay.
And I believe we're gonna have a race. These three guys are going up after the first place. Bianco Massa is in third place at the moment, but it's just waiting to see what's gonna happen with these two guys in the front.
Well, for all we know, he could be fuel saving, but we also have to take tyre compounds into consideration. Maybe Giles is on a different tyre compound. CRX maybe on a softer tyre, and that's why he's able to keep up and challenge him so much through pretty much every corner.
I see that Giles has RM in front and RS in the back, and CRX has RS.
Ah, so Giles opting to put racing mediums on the front and racing softs on the back. That could be interesting, because the Mercedes does generally wear its front tyres a little bit more. So this could be very clever from Giles. Because obviously having the racing softs on the back gives you that little bit extra pace. But there's no point having them if your front tyres are just going to wear super fast. But now with those racing mediums on the front, that's not going to be the case. With CRX actually looking around the outside now, could he be going for a move here? He's broken a little bit later, but it doesn't seem as though he's gone for it just yet. Maybe he's lining him up through the centre S, trying to get a better exit. Not quite able to do so just yet. Right in the slipstream of Giles, not going for anything just yet. Giles moving to the middle of the track. CRX trying to look down the inside, but not left enough room to go for it. looking around the outside, but it seems Giles has defended the place for now. And CRX will have to fight another day to get first position.
Yeah, CRX did have a go and Giles defend, but very simple. He just changed direction once, didn't complicate the things, didn't make it harder than it should be. And Mirko Massa
as we look back to 7th place quickly, if you don't mind, there's been a bit of an incident with Costelinius. He's just been shoved out of the way a little bit, but actually, you're right, we've got a much closer fight here with me and Kabassa. But yeah, Costelinius just braking a little bit late there.
And I think
trying to hold position.
Luckily missed the guy in the front because he went too fast on that bend.
Yeah, that definitely could have ended a lot worse. So well handled so far from Costelinius. Definitely quite a few fights up and down the field, with a few people picking up penalties further down, but currently nothing serious happening.
I want to show something more than these three guys, but yeah, the emotion is in the front. They really fighting. We say in Portugal, they go with a faca nos dentes. It means more or less with a knife in his teeth.
No, I get you there.
Giles is a very smart driver. He knows what he's doing, and as you said, it sounds really like smart from him, just getting mediums in the front, because, as you said, the Mercedes, they tend to, you know, have the front tires to go faster than the ones in the back.
Well, not only that, he's just maintaining that first place and keeping himself up there, but he's actually been fuel saving a little bit as well, with him having slightly more fuel than both Mirko Massa and CRX behind him. However, all that fuel saving may hinder him a little bit, as his car will be heavier, and CRX may be able to go for a move later on with a much lighter car.
Do you think that he believes that he's faster than the other guys and he can get away with that?
Well, I don't know if he thinks he's faster, but at this point, he's got the track position, with CRX looking down the inside a little bit there, not going for the move just yet, but definitely having a big look. But yeah, I'm not sure he thinks he's faster, but I think with him having that track position, if he can just hold on to the first place that he's currently got, and hold up the guys behind him, then he can run his own race, whereas the other guys behind him, they need to get past him because they need to be setting their fast laps right now. Whereas Giles, he can just go his own pace and have much better tyre wear towards the end of the stint.
So yeah, better tires and more fuel. Yeah, you're right. He's in front. He can see what the other guys do and wait until he really needs to go.
He's definitely controlling the race right now. He's making all the right defensive moves, and he's keeping himself right in contention for this win. But CRX and Mirko Massa right behind him.
And there's also a very sorry to interrupt you. There's also a very interesting fight between 4th, 5th, and 6th. So João Paulo Souza, Kitty, and Esk. They very close together also.
Yeah, they all seem to be nose to bumper right now, all within about 5 tenths of one another. Kitty getting a bit of a slide on out of that corner. Could this present an opportunity to Esk? He's right behind him, less than 2 tenths and closing. Could he look down the inside to pull a move, or will he try it around the outside maybe? Right in the slipstream, but Kitty also gaining on J. Paolo, looking around his outside. Not going for anything just yet though. J. Paolo holding 4th, Kitty in 5th. And Esk just waiting in 6th place.
Okay, I'm going back to the front. Things are more or less established at the moment. They actually a little bit further apart than the guys that we were just showing. But yeah, it looks that it's going to be an interesting race, a very tactical race at the same time.
For sure. Well, right now, Giles just controlling his race. and trying to do that for the remainder of the race, I expect. Trying to keep his tyres in check, trying to keep as much fuel as possible, whereas the two behind him, they're just trying to get past him, but haven't found a way just yet. And as you can see, they've got much more tyre wear than Giles in first. They really need to make a move on him at some point soon.
I don't know, it looks it's gonna be a bit hard. They have to go for it, or I don't know, maybe wait for the second stint after the pit stop to try to do something about that. Maybe...
Well, they could always get an undercut.
Yeah. I was thinking that, maybe go a little bit early when they see the tires are starting to go, and maybe try to make some time.
Or just bringing you to some action on track. If 5th and 6th place, Kitty and Esk, right beside one another going into turn 1. Kitty going around the outside trying to defend his position, and he's made it stick. Nicely done from Kitty. And Esk, he was trying to move himself up to 5th there, but not quite able to do so just yet. Kitty holding on to 5th right now, but with some very bad tyre wear overall. And Esk with some brilliant tyres so far.
I think Kitty will have more pressure from now on, isn't it? Because the tires are not as good as... So yeah, we'll see. At the same time, nothing too risky from those two guys. They left enough space. Oh, Giles
has lost the lead. He's just tapped the grass. And that's cost him a good 4 seconds there. You're right, that is massive for this race. The man who was just controlling the two behind him the entire time has lost 4 seconds there. Very unfortunate for Giles.
He just went too wide, just a tiny bit too wide, and that's it. 3rd place. As you can see, doesn't matter the tactical if things don't go well in track. And now let's see if Miyako Masa goes for it.
Well, it definitely seems like Giles has made a massive blunder there. It was just that one wheel that he got onto the grass. In fact, if you get 2 wheels onto that grass, both of your right-hand tyres, generally it's much easier to control, but that one rear wheel that he caught on the grass has just massively spun him out and spat him into the barrier. Very unfortunate for Giles, but we know he's got the pace, and he might be able to challenge for first still. We've got to see what happens later on. He has saved more fuel, obviously, and he has got better tyre wear. So maybe he can use a bit of that now and catch up to Miyako Masa and CRX fighting for first place.
That's just, as you said, the right back wheel went just a tiny bit in the grass. Enough.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Giles, but the two ahead of him are having a bit of a scrap still, so hopefully he can capitalise on that. And of course, he still played this very smart, because he did just save fuel and tyres when he was in front of them, possibly just as a bit of a banker for in case they made a mistake. But now Miyako Masa getting an excellent run out of the final turn.
I think
CRX not getting a great run.
CRX made a little bit of a mistake there, and I think Miyako Masa have a good chance to pass it. And at the same
He's
time,
looking around the outside right now.
At the same time,
not
Giles,
sure it's very close between the two of them. Miyako Masa going all the way around the outside, which turns to the inside. Brilliant from Miyako Masa, moving up to first place. But could CRX go for the move back up to first, going into turn 4? He's definitely looking for something, looking around down the inside. Miyako Masa having to go around the outside, braking later than Miyako Masa, and it seems CRX has moved himself back up. But could Miyako Masa get the switch back? It doesn't look like it right now. CRX will have the inside line for the next corner, and it looks like CRX are going to hold first place for now. But as you were saying earlier, Giles has just caught up massively because of these guys fighting. Over a second has been caught up, because they were side by side for so long. But in fact, Miyako Masa is back ahead.
Just quick.
Oh, this is just... Oh, as they've had an incident! Ian Kamasa getting his wheel onto the grass, same way that Giles did. And has just been spat into the wall the exact same way, almost collecting CRX along with him. Thankfully, CRX is able to carry on, but that has in fact moved Giles back up into first. Everyone just seems to be involved in an incident as soon as they get into first place right now.
I was going to say that Jean-Paul Souza stopped in the pits, and I actually changed to him on that moment. Good thing you called, and we were able to see it in the replay. Yeah, more or less the same mistake as Gilles did, and well, it cost him 2 positions. And look, Gilles in first.
Well done to Gilles. It may have been inherited because of a mistake. He's done everything right so far. Ian Kamasa coming into the pits, maybe tried to get an undercut after that mistake. His tyres definitely needed to come off though, because they were looking in an absolute terrible state.
It's been very intense, this race. We are struggling to see everything that's going on, and these guys are really fighting, loads of positions changing, and yeah, it's been great. Let's see what the rest of the race will bring us.
All right, now the 2 closest guys we have on track, still CRX and Giles. But I do think that CRX is going to have to come into the pits very soon. His tyres look absolutely shot. There's no way he can carry on for that much longer. Giles, on the other hand, only his rear right tyre looking to be extremely worn. The others looking absolutely fine.
I'm just going to do a quick pass from first. Okay, first it's Gilles, second CRX. 7 seconds away comes Esk in third place. Costalinus 6 seconds away from Esk. Kitty 4 seconds from Costalinus. Kamasa, after stopping in the pits, it's 5 seconds away from Kitty. Jean-Paul Souza, that stopped also, is 3 seconds after Kamasa. 8th place Bertoletti, that just had a problem. 9th place Alan, Dani Aquino 10th, and Mayasun in 11th place. Okay, back to the front.
Oh, just to pull you up on something there, you said Ian Kamasa, who's been in the pits. Well, Kitty has in fact also been in the pits, I'm pretty sure, and is in fact ahead of Ian Kamasa right now, purely on merit. So well done to Kitty so far. Could he get involved in the fight for first?
You're completely right. You're completely right. We can check the tires. There's no way they are like that after 11 laps. I think he's doing an interesting and smart race, you know, from the back, and also is actually saying that
a moment there for Kitty.
And Kamasa is close now, so there we go. One more fight in perspective.
In fact, we do have Giles coming into the pits finally for his first stop. It seems most people opting for the 1 stop, but we do have Kitty who may be opting for a 2 stop.
I think so.
He did come in and lap 7, so it does seem unlikely he'd be carrying on for the entirety of the race on that set of soft tyres. But yeah, very unfortunate for Kitty there. He was doing extremely well, just hanging on the whole way through. But unfortunately, just a tap of the grass, as we've seen many times already today. 1 wheel on the grass, and you're off. As in fact, Ian Kamasa coming out just behind Giles, so Giles with the effective race lead, I'm pretty sure, as Costalinius and Kitty both still needing to come into the pits once. So Giles making the overcut work, and is currently in a net first position once the 2 in front of him have come into the pits. And
Costalinus, his tires are actually looking slightly better than Kitty.
As I've just realised, Costolinius is on hards. Costolinius, the only guy I've seen on hard tyres. But he has made it work, to be fair to him. He's ahead of the two-stopping Kitty, and if he can stay that way, he should be on.
I don't think he can.
To finish ahead of him.
I don't think he can.
Well, we'll see. It would definitely be smart to come into the pits very soon. He is starting to get a bit of tyre wear, and obviously the soft's able to last a good 7 laps without wearing too much. But it does seem as though Kitty going to be fighting him for that first position, closing up on him, looking to go around the outside of him, braking a little bit later. Not alongside just yet, but Costolinius going a bit deep. Kitty trying to get the switchback on him through the Senna S, getting a good exit out of it. They're side by side through the turn 3. And the move isn't even done yet, but it seems Kitty's just slightly pulling ahead now, with Gilles, in fact, getting involved as well. But Kitty managing to gain first position through that entire first complex of corners, and Gilles, in fact, following Kitty through ahead of Costolinius. The hard tyres not working out for him right now, as CRX even. Oh wait, no, that's actually CRX fighting me in Kamasa. Before CRX has moved ahead.
Yeah, he passed him.
Very close fighting first right now, with the entire top 5 within 2 seconds of first position. This is an excellent fight right now. CRX now looking down the inside of Costolinius, an easy move for him on fresher tyres, and me and Kamasa, in fact, following him through. Costolinius just sliding down the field, with Gilles now looking down the inside of Kitty, not able to go for anything just yet, but he will be sizing him up, going down this main straight. Kitty getting a little bit out of shape through that final corner, but Gilles getting a slightly better exit. We'll have to see what happens as they go towards the first corner. Gilles obviously wanting to gain the lead as soon as possible so he can break away from CRX and me and Kamasa. Is he close enough to go for anything just yet? He's looking down the inside, he's braking later, and he has in fact made it stick, but could Kitty get the switch back? No. Gilles has parked it on the apex perfectly, and that Gilles moved up into first position. Brilliant job from him so far.
And Jean-Paul Souza is not that far away also. It's 6th place, very close to Costolinius. This has been non-stop action. These guys today are really putting up a show, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and
they're really on it. We've got CRX looking around the outside of Kitty now, going up into turn 5. Not a normal place to look for an overtake, but CRX trying to look for it, not able to go for anything just yet, and Kitty has defended that well. But now Kitty going a little bit wide. CRX looking down the inside, and he's made it stick. Brilliant there from CRX to move himself up in second. And now me and Kamasa looking down the inside has also made it work. Kitty just with no grip right now on those very old racing soft tyres. He definitely needs to be coming into the pits soon, because he's just lost 2 positions in about 4 corners. Very unfortunate.
He needs to stop, that's for sure. Those tires
are
not
that
good.
Needs to stop. It seems Costolinius also needing to stop, as he's losing massive amounts of time on those racing hard tyres, and he's running out of fuel as well. Another man who I'm not sure needs to stop could in fact be J. Paolo, as he did stop on lap 8, which is very early to be making a 1 stop when you're running 2 sets of soft tyres.
Costolinius didn't stop, but Kitty did. And João Paulo tires, yeah, they don't look that they will make it till the end. They're looking a bit bad, that's for sure. CRX tires look a little bit worse than Gilles, sorry. And Gilles this time around, he did went for soft front and back. But Mianco Massa tires,
when you come into the pits mid-race, you can't actually fit different tyre compounds on the fronts and the rears. So this time around, having to go for racing softs on both front and rear.
What I find interesting is that I'm sure he did study the situation, and he knows how the tires would behave. He know that probably he could make it like, as he did, although with that problem that he had. But now I think that, yeah, I'm fine. I have good tires, plenty of fuel. I'm gonna make it till the end. I'm gonna probably be okay. Only if he has another problem, or maybe CRX tried to go a little bit faster than it's going until now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, looking down the field, we actually have Esk and J. Paolo very close to one another. Esk looking around the outside in 5th place, trying to gain 4th on J. Paolo on those extremely worn tyres that we were talking about earlier. But not quite able to go for anything yet, as we do in fact have Costolinius into the pits. Finally getting rid of those hard compound tyres. But Esk looking around the outside of turn 3 now. Definitely got the overspeed on J. Paolo, and with much fresher tyres, will he be able to make it work into turn 4? J. Paolo braking slightly later. Will Esk look for a switchback move? Not quite able to go for anything just yet, and it seems J. Paolo holding onto the position for right now. But very close racing between the two, as J. Paolo's tyres look atrocious. If he's going to be trying to make it to the end of the race, it's going to be very difficult for him, as those final few laps he's going to struggle, as you can see, just going massively wide there through turn 6, not able to keep the car in check. Those extremely worn tyres. I think he should come into the pits, but it doesn't seem as though he wants to do that just yet.
Probably he's just trying to keep the position for as long as he can, and I guess he believes that if he doesn't let Esk go, will make him lose a little bit of time, but he needs to stop. It's all over the place trying to defend.
Well, he does seem to be holding that inside line, but is he in fact going to come to the pits now? Yeah, he is indeed. Very smart decision from J. Paolo. Those tyres are atrocious, especially on the fronts. Porsche known for wearing its fronts a lot more than its rears. But now we'll have to see where he comes out in respect to someone like Kitty or Costolinius, who he was fighting earlier.
I'm checking the times from the 3 guys in the front, and they are more or less in order of the position, so it doesn't look like anyone is making up time on anyone.
Well, it definitely seems as though it also goes in tyre wear order, with Gilles having much better tyre wear than CRX, but CRX also having that little bit of tyre wear over me and Kamasa. And will they in fact be able to make it to the end of the race? Because me and Kamasa's front tyres are looking extremely worn. Maybe a 2-stop would have been a better option here. It does seem as though they're losing quite a bit of time. But the pit here is very long. You're having to go all the way around the centre S while you're in the pits.
Well,
so
3
more
more
laps
laps
to go. Worth it.
Sorry.
Yes, 3 more laps to go.
Yeah.
Gilles now coming down the start-finish straight. To start is 18th lap. It seems everyone's just a bit more spread out right now.
I'm having a look and CRX and Miyako passing Bertoletti. If there's no problem, I think Bertoletti was okay with CRX. If he does the same with Miyako Masa, last time he kind of he wasn't aware that Miyako Masa was there. He kind of made him lose 1 position. So let's see if everything is okay. I'm pretty sure he sees the blue flags.
Waiting for the right opportunity right now to let me and Kamasa through. Obviously, the blue flags in this game come out very early. You can be about 5 seconds in front of someone and you'll suddenly see blue flags, and you're just thinking, there's no one near me yet. We'll definitely have to move out of me and Kamasa's way shortly. Me and Kamasa are about 1.5 behind him, but in fact, Bertoletti has very fresh tyres and is in fact pressurising CRX a little bit, if anything.
Yeah.
CRX and Biancamassa are on very worn soft tyres, and Bertoletti just on quite new tyres. He only came in on lap 14, so his tyres are looking very nice right now. He's actually just keeping pace with CRX.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look a little bit down the grid. Eskin 4th, Kitty 5th, John Paul Souza 6th. Now with new tires. Costalinus did change for soft, 7th place. Dani Aquino 8th place with mediums. Alan today is not having the same luck as well, luck, or at least the race is not going as well on his way as was last weekend. He's almost getting lapped by Gilles. And yeah, the race now calmed down a little bit, but it's been frenetic, should I say. It's been electric, maybe. It's been a bit crazy also.
Well, it's definitely had its exciting moments. We've had people on different strategies fighting one another, with Bertelli actually looking down the inside of CRX and costing him a lot of time there. And that's allowed Biancamassa into the fight with CRX, now only 5 tenths behind him. Bertelli making a massive mistake and hitting Biancamassa there. Maybe not knowing he's there, but Bertelli needing to move out of the way here, because this is a fight for first place right now. Or for second place, sorry. He definitely needs to move out of the way of the two people that are fighting for a podium position, with him down in 10th place. Very unfortunate for both CRX and Biancamassa, both having a bit of an incident with him. It is the final lap, and we'll have to see if anything comes of it. But Biancamassa has closed right up to CRX, and CRX with a 2.8 second penalty for going wide in turn 3. Could this affect things coming towards the end of the race? Biancamassa going a bit wide through turn 4. Generally, you can pick up a penalty there as well. But it doesn't seem as though anything's come of it right now. But CRX, 2.4 seconds worth of penalty, trying to get it down. But very unfortunate for him, both of them just being massively affected by this back marker. And this is definitely going to affect the fight for the podium. CRX just trying to burn as much penalty through the slow section as possible, because it's very difficult for Biancamassa to actually look for a move in this section. He's looking down the inside, but not quite able to go for anything just yet. These two very close to one another. But if we look at Gilles for a moment, in fact, because he is about to win the second race. He's coming towards the line, and Gilles has won the Interlagos race. Brilliant job from Gilles.
Well done, well done. And yeah, this time I made sure I had the lap graphic just so we wouldn't lose.
As in fact, Biancamassa has taken second place because of CRX having that penalty later on.
Either way, second place was taken, but I'm not sure how much Bertoletti did interfere with the situation. Unfortunately, it's the second time he does it. He needs to pay a little bit more attention to, you know, to the guys lapping him, to the faster guys. Okay, so let's go with the final qualification. First place, Gilles. A really nice, smart race. He had that little problem, but he was able to recover. Second place, Biancamassa. Third place, CRX. These guys, they fought from lap 1 almost to the end. So yeah, that's how things end up.
It's very unfortunate that it had to come to an end like that, but a brilliant race throughout the entirety of that 20 laps. I have to say that it was electric throughout the entirety of the race. We had Kitty get involved with the fight for first, we have Costalinius on the hard tyres, and we had many mistakes in first place. We obviously had Biancamassa and Gilles both make mistakes at the same corner. Very unfortunate for them, but in the end, both of them getting a podium. And Giles, in fact, winning the race. Brilliant job from him. Brilliant job from everyone. But yeah, I have to say, it was a race full of mistakes, but full of action as well. I can't fault it.
I don't know, I'm a bit like speechless. This was very intense, even for us. So, and I can see, I don't know, I will put it in a different way. I'm sure it's been super intense for them also. I'm gonna try to see if I get the first 3 places for an interview. Let's see. But yeah, what a race! What a race!
We thought the first few laps would be the most exciting, but in fact, around the middle of the race turned out to be the prime positioning, because we had that massive fight with people on completely different strategies. Like Kitty just suddenly appearing in first, as well as Castellinius, and they just got in the way of everyone else who was on a completely different strategy. I'm still not 100% sure which strategy was the best one. Obviously, the one-stopper did win, but we know Giles and me and Kamasa and CRX all have very fast pace. And it could have been that had one of them attempted the two-stop, that they could have emerged victorious over the others. But we don't know, unfortunately, but definitely a race which involved many different strategies and so much action throughout the entirety of it.
I'm still a bit like, I don't know, I'm tired. Just look at this. They kept changing position, having little mistakes, and fight from the beginning to the end was amazing race. We will see if we get the guys on an interview. I'm sure they are, you know, with the adrenaline pumping. I'm not sure if we're gonna get them or not. Still waiting. They know we are waiting for them, so I'm sure they have loads of things to talk about. But it will be interesting to get them to see, you know, in person, see what they really, how they saw the race.
Sure. Well, they all had exciting races throughout the entire thing, and of course we had CRX with that disheartening loss of second position late on. We'll have to see what his opinion is of that. Very unfortunate with the lapped cars. Unfortunately, it happens, as we know from Formula One around this Grand Prix, with Ocon and Verstappen crashing into one another through the Center S. But yes, unfortunately, backmarkers do just sometimes get in the way trying to unlap themselves, and it can end poorly sometimes. But yeah, very unfortunate for CRX. Very good for me and Kamasa. Well, but not how he would have wanted to take the position, I expect.
And in a way or another, it's kind of the inverse that what happened on the first race. On the first race, he lost one position. This time around, he actually won one position, but the back markers shouldn't interfere in the result. I know that CRX is not happy from the much I know about him, so that's why I'm saying I'm not really sure if it's a good idea to have an interview with them still pumping adrenaline and still a bit, you know, recovering from all that happened. We will give it a couple of minutes, and if not, we will just say goodbye till next race. But yeah, what a race from the beginning to the end, and they didn't let us down. These guys are like this, they fight. Me and Komasa, when he passed CRX, if I'm not mistaken, no, it wasn't CRX, it was Castellinius. He did went for it, he did put the car in the place, and he wasn't having it. Well, brilliant guys, really well done.
Yes, brilliant racing up and down the fields. People definitely kicked up a gear a little bit in this race. Of course, last race we had a few incidents, especially at that first corner. But looking towards the next race, in fact, where are we going to be having the next race? in this league?
I would have to check. I couldn't say now.
Oh, fair enough.
I could. Too nervous. This was crazy, really. Okay, so
see if I can find anything.
They confirmed that we're gonna have an interview.
Perfect.
I have the party in private. They just remind me. Maybe it's better if I change.
Yeah, probably better if you invite them or something along those lines.
I'm gonna invite Miguel really fast.
As looking towards the future, we actually have Catalonia coming up in 2 weeks. 20 laps of Catalonia.
I'm gonna put our little video in between while we get the guys here and I go to the party.
Sounds good.
Just as a spacer. But yeah, they did confirm that they will come for the interview. Were you expecting having this kind of race today, or we were wondering?
I mean, after the Nordschleife event we had, I was expecting some good racing. I was especially expecting it between DRX and Massa, but it turned out that literally everyone just got involved. It was really good. It was like, I wasn't expecting Kitty to be up there, but I guess it's the Nordschleife like last time, and yeah, Nordschleife is hell, basically. So, definitely on a proper racetrack, it seemed like everyone just got involved a little bit more, and it was really good racing up and down the field.
Okay, we're still waiting for these guys, but at least now we know they will come. Probably they just calming down, bringing themselves down, relaxing a little bit.
Having a drink of water after probably sweating a lot through that 20-lap race.
Okay, Mian just joined us. Still waiting for the other guys.
Hello,
Miguel.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Miguel. Nice to see you. Well done on second place in that race. Brilliant job.
Yeah, thank you. But it could be better. Could it be better?
It was definitely unfortunate having a bit of a spin there, but you did seem to recover from it very well, and you kept some decent pace throughout the race. Your tyres a little bit shot at times, but you did keep some very fast pace throughout the race.
Well, I don't know. I think somebody touched me and I made the spin. I didn't do it all by myself. So someone hit me on the rear. That's why I made this a little spin. So I tried to recover, and that's what I did. But I made a mistake on the pit stop strategy. I need to change for medium tires, medium compound, and I changed for soft tires. So it was very hard on the last laps of the race, and we have a problem there between me and CRX respect, because Bertoletti, I don't know why Bertoletti stay in the middle of us. So this discussion of position, and I don't know why. So I think he have some issue with the PlayStation or something, because he didn't see the blue flags. So it was very hard on the last laps. The tires didn't have the same grip, of course, and the second place it's because of that. Bertoletti and CRX are involved in the last corner of the circuit, that left corner and CRX have a penalty, and I passed him on the last lap, so the second place was very nice, very good. I wish to thank all the guys involved on the race, and congratulations to Gilles for the victory.
Okay, Miguel. First of all, congratulations. Second thing, I'm just gonna ask you to revisit your little incident. So you believe you were touched from the back when you spin?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't spin for my alone. Okay, so somebody hit me. And a little bit, but that little bit make me spin, and I touched the grass, almost touched the wall, but I avoid. So I tried to recover immediately the time lost. But Gilles have a good pace, very good pace. Gilles was phenomenal in this race, and CRX, I think he made the option to put soft tires on the second stint, and I try to make 1-2 laps with very good laps after I changed the tires, and try to be closer to CRX respects. That's what I did, and then try to maintain the pace, try to not waste too many fuel. So I changed the fuel consumption for less, okay. And my idea was in the last 2 laps attack CRX on the second position. That's what I did. But like I said, Bertoletti put well, was wrong there. He happened to be there, okay. The fight it was between me and CRX, and Bertoletti ruined that battle. But no problem with that. it's pass.
Okay, Dan, do you have anything more to add, or that you want to ask to Miguel?
I think that's it really. I think we've covered everything. Obviously the incident and the unfortunate lapped car and his brilliant job getting to second place. I think that's it.
Yeah. Thank
okay.
you.
So for me, it's goodbye. See in 2 weeks' time. Where's the next race?
The next race is at Catalonia.
Catalonia, yeah, as you said. Just okay. See you in Catalonia.
And the other guys? Do you interview the other guys?
Well, we didn't. We were waiting for them. So
yeah, because Gilles needs 5 minutes, but probably he didn't come. So, well, I think you can end the broadcast, guys.
Okay,
once again, thank you very much, both of you. I'm gonna see the video right now because it was very intense. I just somebody tell me that on behind us, Kitty, Esk, and someone else have a great battle there too.
Yeah, have a look.
So hope you guys comment that fight over there. So thank you very much, guys. We see you in 15 days at Catalonia, okay? Thank you very much, guys.
No worries. Dan, do you want to say goodbye?
Well, it's been a fun race indeed, guys. Thank you very much for coming to watch. And we'll see you in 2 weeks at Catalonia, yeah?
See ya!